Hello YouTube, my name is Anke Biswas, and today you're going to be watching part 5 of my narration series, the Archimediae Genesis. In today's video, I'm only going to be focusing on one chapter because this one chapter itself is the length of any of my other previous videos, more than any of my other previous videos, in fact. And so, because of this, I've decided to add a little something extra for you. And for the first time in this series, I'm actually going to be adding sound effects to the recording. As I have a limited supply of sound effects, some of this may seem repetitive, but still, it's what I got. Anyways, enjoy. Thank you. The Archimediae Genesis. Chapter 8. Lyra. Alarms, red, screams, panic, chaos, blood, and red. Screams rip out from every corner of the ship. Calm down, we have this under control. Guide forces are trying to gain control of the ship, but we have installed a signal blocker that stops them. But it's only a moment before they override it or launch a nuke towards us. So, get to the escape pods. The PA sounds. Before he can say anything else, though, an explosion rocks the ship, shoving me off the floor and sending my head flying into the wall. I gawp for a moment as my senses clear. Well, what are you staring at? One of the tech boys says. Get over to the escape pods. He clicks the PA button. Set coordinates for 35.376064, negative 80.716284. I repeat, 35.376064, negative 80.716284. Make sure you're not a single number off. Go, go, go! He looks back to see me staring at him. Stop staring at us and run! Well, what about you guys? I asked. We'll survive. Go now. Another missile strikes the ship, and a blue alert flashes up on the glass screen of the control room. Hull in ship, intense depressurization. To ensure absolute safety, please don a spacesuit at this time. He looks at me with a straight face. Go now or else you'll die. And here are the coordinates in case you forgot, he says breathlessly, handing me a small sticky note. I nod and stick the sticky note into my breast pocket, clicking the small button that unfolds a helmet onto my head. I give him a small salute, and then head out, slamming the door behind me. Time to run. I take a small breath. Where were they again? I turn and click the help screen beside me. Where to? It asks in a smooth female voice. I scroll down and touch the option for escape pods. Immediately, a mechanical shuffling sounds and the red overhead lights light up, arrows onto the ground. Just follow the arrows to the escape pods, the cheery voice sounds. Right, left, right, left. I sprint, my breast clumping out in shaky chunks, dodging the walls. My feet strike the impossible ground, moving without knowing, instinct consuming me. Another explosion rocks the ship and I'm slapped on my feet, rocketed into the ceiling. I try to fall down and I should fall down, but I can't. Microgravity automatic shutdown. Pods full leave in approximately 2 minutes. 2 minutes. To get onto the other side of the ship. With no gravity. I shove myself out of the wall, sending me flying into the next wall. This is the Gaian border defense. We have entered your ship. Please surrender yourself or we will have to destroy this vessel by force. Crud, 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 no. This whining sound of a small drone crashes into my ears as I whip around the corridor. And there it is. And it sees me. Black metal encasing it in sharp, angular turns, mechanical limbs with an unnatural complexity rippling on its underside. A small cone-like nozzle bursts out, keeping in the air, as if there was any air. Its cannon aims at me. Small, sharp dots explode from it, directing their sharp unforgiving tips at my face. I make a dive for the wall, tucking myself into a ball, and hear the clinking sounds as the dots puncture the walls. Enemy detected, the drone sounds. My heartbeat increases tenfold as my feet slam into the ground, bounce off, and somersault into the air, and contact. The drone makes a whining sound as my feet kick it and squeeze it like scissors trying to cut a rock. The mechanical appendages stab my foot for a hole, something to get a foothold in. My feet wiggle as my toes drown in sweat. Small spindly legs start their way crawling on my calves, and it has me. Hatches open as more of the spider machines start stabbing, start pinching, start piercing. I scream and grab my hands to the ceiling, pushing me off to the ground and crushing the drone. An aching pain runs up my thighs. Suit breach detected. Please travel to an area with a viable atmosphere. The airlock to the pods, the only way. My thigh stings with the feeling of claws poking through me, piercing raw, tender skin. That's how they kill. The pincer claws dig into my flesh, drawing a warm red trickle of blood. I grip my teeth and grab the small mechanical spider, squirming in its glory with all its gears and levers, and I fling it across the room. The rest of the critters stop to look at the spider, giving me time to flick the rest of them across the hallway. The drone itself lies on the ground, its thruster mangled and its heart lifeless. But as I lean away, the drone suddenly whirs back to life. As it charges, mechanical claws pointed at me, I push myself off of the ground, soaring into the air. Just as the drone flies under, I launch myself onto it. My momentum carries us to the other side of the hallway. Its mechanical claws scar my feet, scraping off the protective skin of my boots. We soar through the air, and I fumble with the stomach, small pincers struggling to pierce my gloves. Suit pressure rapidly declining. Please travel to an area with a viable atmosphere. I press the red button on the drone's stomach to turn it off, hoping it doesn't reject me. Please give a fingerprint identification on the button, its mechanical voice sounds. A cold feeling spreads up my finger as a plate presses against it, gathering my fingerprint. A green scan flows over the red button. Hostile fingerprint detected. It rejected me. It tries to fly away, but I grab the frame of the help screen and pin it with my foot. 1 minute till pods launch. No, now they all know about the pods. Heat sweeps up my boots, scalding them, burning them. The drone must have turned on full propulsion. I flip over, my legs aching with the burn, grabbing the drone with my hands and slam it into the wall behind me. One of its limbs shatters into glass-like pieces, floating in the air like sharp dust. Time to go. As I leap from wall to wall down the hallway, the warning sounds again. 45 seconds. I leap over the scattered equipment, avoiding anything that looks even slightly electrical. As I turn this last corner, and my heart stops. A guy in patrol, border protection, is literally right there. Literally right there, next to the hole in the ship. I turn the frequency knob on my suit to GBP so I can hear him. Stupid drone, can't even kill a single person. Well, at least it can do this. My heartbeat pants in anticipation of what he's gonna do. Alright, everyone out! No. The whirring of the drone starts up again, now paired with an ominous beeping sound. Beep. 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 There's not enough time. Self-destruct initiated. I tap the red button next to the hatch that separates this corridor and the next. Close! Close! Just close! The drone approaches faster. The hatch closes faster. The drone gets the button on the other side of the hatch. Self-destruct in 3, 2, 1. The hatch closes. The explosion sounds a resounding thud, impacting a dent in the hatch, charred by the outside. Alright, whoever they are, they're probably dead, the border patrol says. I sigh in relief. Turning my head away, I tap on the help screen next to me. Oxygen at 2% and pressure at 60%. There's gotta be an option. A red banner on top shows the countdown to the escape pods. I scroll down to the very bottom. A tiny, almost imperceptible button reads controller options. I click the button, flashing my ID at the camera. A menu pops up and I click the override button. A list appears with a pod launch at the top. 15 seconds. 14. I quickly tap confirm override and a prompt appears asking me how long I should change the time to. 10. 9. Hands shaking, I scroll down, my breath clouding on the visor. Where's the no time version? Option. I arrive at the bottom, hands empty. Correct. I set the launch time to 10 minutes. 5. 4. Confirm override. 3. 2. 1. Yes. A green box containing a checkmark pops up and I smile in relief. Wait, the PA isn't sounding, and the control center could have easily initiated the override. The only explanation would be they were dead. I gasp to sob, but I can't. I try to take in air, something empty. I grab my throat, trying to swallow to breathe. Nothing. My chest starts burning, and then the air's back. I sigh in relief, but then stop. If control is dead, that means there are more border patrol here. I crawl through the air hatch to the next corner and peek out the hole. Good. The border patrol is leaving. I fly over to the now open hatch to the escape pods and step into the airlock. A minute passes as everything is pressurized. Feeling the suit releases clamps from my skin and the next hatch opens up to the pod array. I sprint into it, taking a gulp of fresh air. Harnessing oxygen from surroundings, the suit says. The room fills my sight with dozens of pods, each with their back hatch closed, except one. I see it at the very top of the room. I groan. They had to make me climb. I spot the ladder and start climbing up the tall white wall, seeing each closed bump in it, knowing that there is someone behind them. As I reach the third to top row of closed pods, I hear a hissing sound, the telltale sound of something flying. Blood pounding in my head, I quickly leap onto the next rung, their air acting as sticky fluid to my small arms. Somehow I make it to the second to first row. Yes! And then the missile hits, exploding the world.